Demi, how are you first off?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm great. And I wanted to ask you that question because actually the last time that you and I spoke, you kind of gave me some advice that was, never forget to ask somebody, a friend or anybody, how they are today and how powerful that can be.
Yeah.
So how's your day going as you talk to a bunch of random radio guys like myself?
You're the first one.
Wow.
So no pressure, but you're setting up my whole day.
Oh man.
Um,
Let's start. Let's set it off in a good way. First off,
yeah, let's do it.
I
And
love
my,
it.
my day's been pretty good already. A good morning.
There we go. And something interesting I learned about you as I'm going through your music and everything is that you actually decide your song title before writing the song. How did that come about?
Yeah, sometimes I like to think of a concept for a song rather than just going into a song and thinking of the melody and thinking of lyrics. Like I really drive the concept first. And
Mhm.
and that tends to be what the title of the song is. Um, so sometimes song titles pop into my head and I'm like, that's it. I got to write this song. And I've got like a note in my notes app where it's just all song titles and concepts.
That's awesome. And the song Substance, I got a little sneak peek of it, but what I love about it so much is it can mean so much to so many different people, especially now when we live in a world where everything's on Zoom or social media is so prevalent in life. What does the song Substance mean to you?
The song Substance, it means to me, it's just like there's a lack of depth in the
Mhm.
world today. And it feels like we're missing human connection, the authentic connection that you have between one another and family and friends and loved ones. And it's like when you look at the content that we're intaking, it's trashy reality shows, it's too much TikTok, too much Instagram, all that stuff. And it's like it's fun and we're adapting, because this is a new world that we're entering into, but it's also like I miss the substance and can't wait to get it back.
And it's a powerful thing. It's not just, celebrities or other people, but even like in your general family or your cousins, you feel like you're staying up to date with them just because you follow them on social media, but you really miss that substance or that real conversation or that lunch that you would once get with them.
Right, exactly. You miss that human connection.
And you with your new music and the new album, you're kind of getting back to your original roots and talk about why that was so important for you.
That was really important for me because when I went to a rock show by this band called Dead Sarah, and they really influenced the sound of this album. My roots, like I when I started in the music industry, I was pop rock, and that was my lane. That was the genre I was in. I had so much fun performing it. I just felt like I felt the most authentic to myself. And over time, I started trying on new genres of music because, I started lacking authenticity and adopting what I thought other people wanted me to be. That
Yeah.
kind of happened. And so when I went to the show and I saw them play, I was like, damn, like I miss that.
Yeah.
That energy. And so I was like, I should just go back to my roots. And because that's ultimately what I have the most fun performing on stage.
And you're saying this is like the most you felt in a long time. And obviously you're a role model for so many people who, whether they're watching this interview or they're, hearing your music. And this album you wrote completely sober and clean, and talk about how powerful that is for you. Because that's absolutely amazing. One, I applaud you for that, but it's just so great to get that word out there.
Thank you. Yeah. Sobriety is a journey, and it has been for me. And I've had a lot of ups and downs. And there's been times where I wasn't sober. There's been times where I was sober and I wasn't happy. And you just have to like find out what works for you. It's not a one size fits all kind of situation. And so this album, going into it with a clear head, I started off with a lot of emotion. Like I just came out of treatment. I was angry. I was hurt. So I started writing songs that were angry and hurt. And by the end of the album, I was in such a much better place that I started writing love songs and like happier songs.
Yeah.
And it is just like a testament to the reason why I feel like this is the most me is because of how clean and clear-headed I was for the making of this album.
And that's so powerful. So one, I applaud you too for just living your life out loud, being an example for so many other people. And another thing that so many people are, learning about and getting closer with is the whole non-binary thing. And you've actually said before in interviews that, you're not one to yell at somebody if they mispronounce a pronoun or all that, because we're kind of all learning about that together and trying to be our best selves. Talk about like what that means to you in particular.
Yeah. Well, my journey with my gender identity is also very fluid and very, it's a journey. And so I'm learning more about myself every day. And recently I started adopting she, her pronouns again with they, them.
Yep.
And I started adopting those pronouns again. And just because like I felt I've been feeling more feminine lately. I still don't want to identify as either one or the other. It doesn't feel right to me. And so waiting for that little non-binary check mark box on medical forms, I'm still waiting for those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully they do come at some point soon, and people like you kind of being open and honest about it. Because again, as I said earlier, we're all learning about it. And it's not something that, for me, for example, if I were to say to somebody and I called them he or her instead of they, it's not that I mean anything rude by it. My brain was a certain way for so many years. And now I'm as an individual trying to adopt that and respectful to those.
It's just a matter of like, as long as you're trying, that's all that matters. And I'm sure I've made it even more confusing for people to have come out as non-binary and then adopt she, her pronouns again. Like, as long as people just understand that we live in a world where nothing is definitive. It's not you don't have to define yourself for the rest of your life. Yeah. I may identify as a woman again. I may identify as a man at some point in my life. I don't know. That's the thing. But as long as people around me are trying and showing respect, that's what really is important.
No, I agree. It all has to do with respect. But we're excited for the album. When an album and a body like that, a body of work like that drops, that, it's the most you feel so great about it. Are you excited to get that out? Slightly nervous to get that out? How do you feel on album day or when the new song comes out?
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about the album. Like, I have been listening to this for the past, ever since like January, I've been listening to this body of work that I've created. And I'm nervous, but I'm also I'm nervous because it's vulnerable. Yeah. I'm putting pieces of myself out there that, that some of the things I haven't said in songs before. Yeah. There's a song called Happy Ending where I get really, really honest and I'm really vulnerable. And I know that press could pull apart the lyrics and shove it back in my face to make a headline. But I also know that it's not magic unless it's totally authentic. And that's what's always worked between me and my fans. So I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Yeah. And I'm excited for everyone to be able to hear it.
Yeah, and that's awesome. We're excited to get it out, get it on the radio. And as we wrap up to our final minute, I'm going to ask you a couple questions really quick, so we'll knock them out fast. First off, what TV shows are you watching right now?
I'm rewatching Dexter.
Oh my God. I was actually watching Dexter the other day. My girlfriend loves Dexter.
I love Dexter.
Next one would be, if you go on Instagram or TikTok or anything, hit search. I can see who I've searched most recently. Who have you searched most recently on social media?
Should I pull it out?
Yeah, let's do it right now. I'm curious.
I'm like,
this is dangerous.
This is dangerous. Okay. It comes up graphic liner. I was looking graphic liner. So a makeup trend. I was looking at eyeliner.
and I thought we were get some juice, and it came down.
I know. No juice for you, just makeup.
Last but not least, they are a 10, but they've never watched Camp Rock. What are they now?
They're still a 10. Let's forgive them. That's not the most important movie made in cinema history. Okay.
There it is. You heard it here first. They're still a 10. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for all you do. We love you here in Boston, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you. Great talking to you.
Bye.